All right, so last one we're gonna look at now is back squat. Again, just to be safe for me here with the Internet Warriors, there are tons and tons and tons of different squat approaches, squat variations, and the specific movement pattern for your squat is largely going to be determined by your kinematics and your structure, right? So just looking at the baseline example here with squatting, what I'm looking for is we're going to be a little bit wider for most, whereas with all the other exercises we've been talking about, we've been at hip width. I'm going to think more shoulder width for the squat, and then some degree of external rotation at the feet. With the hands and the elbows, I like to think about creating tension. So for me, I actually like to kind of pull the elbows back a little bit just to create some upper back stiffness. And then after we get that upper back stiffness, that's when we want to create our tension in the abdomen. So getting a nice big breath, holding through the descent, and then pushing ground away as we're coming up to the top. The biggest errors that we see on the squat typically involve dumping the chest forward as we drop into the bottom of the squat. And again, if you're a power lifter, that's a little bit more accommodable, right? You're able to kind of get into that position and use that as leverage, whereas for others who aren't in the powerlifting community, that is them just not having the upper body stiffness needed to maintain that position in the squat. The second most common thing we'll see is when people are coming out of the bottom, they'll push the knees back and then kind of stand at the top. I like to think about relating almost all squat variations and deadlift variations to a jump pattern. We would never see somebody jump by doing this. When we jump, it's here. So for my squat, I want to reflect that, and I'm thinking drive the hips at the top as opposed to pushing the knees back. Drive through at the top, finish with the glutes, make sure that our rib cage is stacked over top of our pelvis at the top position. I think that has a little bit more transferability to sport because we're mimicking that pattern a little bit better. But again, the technique on the squat cannot be summarized in a 3-minute video, so take it for what it's worth, but make sure we're watching chest position in the descent, knees and hips in the ascent, and then making sure that we're obviously preserving the low back as well, and everything is moving as a collective unit.